Let's get it this morning. Boom, baby, boom! It's 7 a.m. Wake your ass up and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host, Moses Mark E. Saint. This is me touching my heart. This is me touching the shine. This is me on Monday telling you to grind. Shine over grind. It's a thing. Man, it feels good to be awake this morning. I watched this sunrise this morning. I am one grateful human being. It is something to be said when the sun shines. Why is this thing battling to? Wi-Fi's right here, so you better get your ass back in the game, Mr. Wi-Fi. All right, perfect. I fixed the topic. Anyway, good morning. Rise and shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. Oh, my shoulder hurts. Oh, that's what the Kush lotion's for. Let me get some out. I don't know if you guys ever need any CBD, but I do. I've been getting CBDs all the time. Anytime it hurts, anywhere it hurts, I'd be lathering it on. That ain't it. I'd be lathering it on, man. It's part of the gig. You don't get some shine on. You don't get your backpack on. People are asking me for them. $40 for friends. Oh, and my elbow, damn, I'm getting old on a Monday. I was up watching the shine. Yes, bless. Let's watch this shine come in, man. It's another beautiful day to be alive, y'all. Alright, so welcome to my morning motivation time. I'm your host with the Mrs. Marky Saint, smoking my billionaire blunt here, smoking the rest of it. And I woke up, literally, as the sun shined on. I literally witnessed the new day start. And of course, typical to fashion, if you got any habits, you know, I start missing my baby, immediately. As soon as I wake up, start thinking, what's not right? It's not right that I'm not my child. It's not right that this is the way that my life's going. And then I get in automatic mode. Oh, I get in that automatic mode. I don't know if you guys do the same, but I automatically start looking for something to be grateful for. So I said shine over grind because there's such a grind, especially on a Monday where it's like, oh, I got to make that meeting or I got to answer that email. I got to do X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I live with. I live with a mistake. Oh, did you hear crack? I live with this feeling of regret that hasn't shook me. Something shook me so hard down to my core that I actually had to get a narcissistic snap. That I no longer view life just through my own personal lens, but it's a inclusiveness. Now this isn't a mushroom talk. This is just a morning shine talk, and literally just the ability for us to reach the light. Let's get this light started this morning. There's something inside of us. There's something inside of us. Each and every one of us, there's something inside of us and something that we're all battling. And it's something that I wanted to be honest about and get going and talk about. Get this thing out the way. There it is. This morning, let's rise and shine. Hold up. Let's like this motivation. I'd like to think that ever comes out of my ass is rainbows and sunshine. Which is, I made so many mistakes, you know. I think I was too emotional, you know. When I put my heart in it, it gave me anxiety that I was supposed to push harder or stay in or would normally 7 a.m. And if you don't go to a place that you love, then you're not doing what you're supposed to do, right? If you're not rising with love in your heart, it's just not easy to do. Like I said, I rose with regret this morning. Most mornings is that regret. The last 6 months of my life has just gone by. I have a tough time with my emotions. And what I'm learning is that those that control their emotions are an adult. Those that can take the shit that's given to us every day and swallow it and make it turn into shine, shit in a shinola, as they used to say, those are the winners. And I'm a loser because I couldn't have self control. It fucks with me bad. I never wanted to be a loser at anything in life. I didn't want to lose arguments. That made me a loser. You know, not everybody wants to lose to somebody in an argument. You become a loser because you're arguing. I mean, I can't imagine my life without arguments, but believe it or not, there's some people that do live their whole life without arguing. There's some people that go through life smooth. What's his name? Something Slim, and he got some chick running across the road, and she was pissed. You know, they're no longer in a tryst. You motherfucker, da 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 da. And he disarmed her by being so cool and just laid back and nonchalant and be like, yeah, that happened and that's true. And she was expecting a full on fight. And how do you fight if no one shows up to the fight? It's happened to me. My ex stopped talking to me. I've been in situations before where you just disengage. It's almost like that step back, pull up, jumper. Michael Jordan was famous for, Kobe was famous for that pull up, that step back, that I'm gonna go step back and hit this shot right in front of you. I'm driving with all my energy, but I step back and I pull up and I let the shot go. I had no step back. I had no step back. In fact, when I was playing football, I would always kind of close my eyes before I hit into the pile of the field. I had no vision in my life. And I think that's the thing that's going to hack everybody, especially when you're early risers or getting into this thing called life, is like, where's my vision? You know, there's 20/20 vision, but man, it'd be awesome to have 180 vision, you know? Or 360 vision. Oh, that feels so good on my shoulder, guys. Oh, oh. Yes, blessed. Oh, I'm gonna put a little more on there. For all of us, you know? For all of us to be able to get the best out of ourselves, you know? We're talking about motivation. That's what we're talking about this morning. Be able to motivate ourselves into situations that we want to be in and stop talking ourselves out of situations that we are in. That's the thing is somehow, some way we make decisions. I don't know, if it's the morning or just to get up or what we do with the day or because it's Monday, but we get in here and we start saying, hey, I want to do something. You know, it starts with the monkey tail. No, it starts with a thought, and the thoughts are pervasive. They can become emotional, they can drive us, and next thing you know, you're up, keeping the system the same. I'm up early, so my system's not the same. I got some deliveries to do today, and I got some fresh orders, but other than that, it's pretty chill. I don't have much going on. I just battled my brain, and I think that's the best, biggest, baddest motherfucking lesson going on is the war we have with ourselves. This little war, silent war. You know, you don't hear artillery fire. You don't hear guns popping off, but it's a fight. It's a fight for consciousness. It's a fight for happiness. There's a fucking battle going on in our brains. And the moment we start throwing chemicals at it, whether it be caffeine, nicotine, or marijuanas, our brains are in a battle, waking up to make our lives different than what we're waking up to. I distinctly remember. Oh man, that feels so good on my shoulder. Oh man, that feels so good on my shoulder. Some more on here. I distinctly remember just wanting to fucking not have to wake up and be told what to do by somebody else. That was kind of like step number one, all the way around the scapula. Yeah, that was step number one, bro. Just to get away from a boss. I get a lot on my elbows too and my knees. Or somebody telling me where to be at what time. I was getting up early already. But getting up early under my own fruition versus someone telling me where to be and how to be fucked me up. Yesterday was a magical day, man. We got to be all of us together, a bunch of old house heads, loving the music. And it's right there on the other side of the wall. We'll figure it out. Have to figure it out. Have to figure out yourself. I think that's the biggest key. New key alert. Figuring out ourselves. Oh, oh, oh man, I'm gonna have to put some more on me. Figure it out ourselves, man. Keep saying to ourselves, be true. Try to be true with myself and not live in a lie anymore. I used to just live off of anger. And that's something I was listening to. The singer? No, that's not it. That's the other dude with sports. It was I forget the kid's name. He's a younger dude, and about 10 years ago, he was on the couch with his sisters. Couldn't figure it out. Broken brain. That's what we're talking about this morning. That broke brain. Oh, 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 oh. This was so good. Oh. You know, that's what it is. Oh. Unbreaking our brains or fixing it. Fixing the things. It's like fixing where it hurts. Right now it hurts in my shoulders, but the lotions is pulling it away. Kush lotions, baby. Believe it or not, I got Calm CBDs. It's one of my dreams to bring out, and I obsess on my dreams to get me away from reality. It's something that we gotta all figure out. There's that world, Machiavellian world that we're living in, where maybe you don't know it, but you're under the ether. Maybe you got up earlier because you're under envy and you want something that someone else has, or accumulate more money, or power moves. I think the biggest power moves is in our brain. Being able to move our brain and make it step back, learn your fadeaways, learn your crossovers, learn, you know what I'm saying? There's people that spend their whole life, Kobe Bryant, in that zone, in that training zone, training their mind and body to react the way they want it to. And I think that's the shocking part, is for all of us to get some kind of control over ourselves. Find out what makes us really shine, to get max effort out of ourselves. You can't just waste the energy. That was another thing too. When you're calculating, you only got so much energy in the day. I had to start cutting back on websites because it was like, there's only so much projects I can take. There's only so much projects I can be a part of, and so many dreams that I conquer during one lifetime, and go after those things. Thank you very much, Mr. Motorcycle. That's what I'm talking about. That energy that we have inside of us, motorcycle still revving up because of the energy. He's still got to show off his energy. It's like, what do we do with our energy? And normally, I think we satiate, we engross ourselves in our energy. Normally, I think what's happening is we go for the dopamine. I'm sitting at the bar with my buddy, and he was just like, I don't believe in addiction. And he said, Diet Coke's pussy and cocaine he'll never give up. And what I thought was drastic about it was just that not only was he serious about it and he wants to print two girls licking on each other as a photo on the wall, designs on walls, got you. And it's just a vinyl sticker. It's just like a big sticker that goes on the wall. But it's an image, a black and white image. He has one girl kind of like looking on another girl. He's like, I don't know why I didn't even ask you. I'm like, yeah, man, I own tits on shirts, bro. I'm the guy to ask for this. My point in telling you this is that this man's so driven by pussy that he stopped talking about himself for a second. I found that that's what he was chasing. You know, he's putting a picture of his favorite dopamine on the wall. Now, sure, you can say it's pussy, sure, you can say it's tits, sure, you can say it's art, sure, you can say it's black and white, sure, you can say it's photos. I do it all, girl. We got photos on blankets. Call it what you want. What I am saying is, we're kind of doing that. We kind of hang our dopamine or the things we're into. People go, you do everything. He's like, you're one of the hardest hustlers I know. It's just like, no, I can print anything. My printer is a prejudice, but it don't print hate. I don't print hate. I don't want to hear it. But as long as they ain't hurt nobody, oh man, dude. I can print multiple tits on shirts, multiple butts on shirts. That's basically what he wants. He wants to put tits and ass, tits and butts, literally on his wall for him and his wife and his girlfriend to see and surprise them. What didn't surprise me wasn't the imagery. It's what we care about. Man, why you got so many things? Crying earlier. Why you got so many things? Because people care about that many things. Care about your dog? Maybe you have a cat. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you'd love a picture of your family on your blanket. Those are my ideas. That people would just love to replicate images and personalize them. And that would be the outcome. This is the world I live in. This is the world I'm surviving in. And every day, to thrive instead of survive in this world, one of the things is the communication of our brains every morning, the functionality of it, the perspective. It's a hue, it's an aperture. It's the way we view things. Was that a slight at me? Do I retaliate? Am I a violent person? Am I stoic? What's my angle? I'm going in on a Monday. I gotta go talk to Brittany. Every time I go past her, she's a bitch to me. How do I disarm people? How do I disengage? How do I get away from Machiavellian tactics? Do I have to participate with the court so I can survive the court? There's court tactics, man. They've been doing it for years, watching people be too thirsty to get the king's attention. You didn't want that because that meant daggers in your back. And to all of us being wanting power, nobody wanting to be powerless, that's why we really chase money. So you can have your own power. You don't want to be powerless. You don't want to be in the line going like, I can't afford this. So they give us more things to buy, which I thought was interesting because it was just like Amazon just will find a way to replicate it, steal it from you, and block you from their account, and just sell them themselves. Nobody, yeah, Amazon's the devil. But more of that kind of leadership, Machiavellian leadership. So way more to just be about other people. I think that's the inspiration that I've really learned is being about other folks, I think, is the trick. That's what I've been learning about the mastery. That's what I've been watching the Robert Greene, listening to it, is in an era of egotism, everybody's showing off. You make it about them, they'd love it. They'd love it. I've been thinking a long time about bringing people on the show too. So having topics and having people come talk to me or go eat with me or something. Yeah. Yeah. Do a 420 and eat or a smoke and review. There's little B. Look, the bee wants to smoke the blunt. That was cool. Did you see that? Oh, here it goes. Here you go, little bee. Came all the way up to the smoke like, oh, what's up? Let me get a hit. Yeah, morning motivation. That's what I'm identifying. What makes my brain pop? What's making me fearful? What's making me awake? What's making me that sensation? You know, and how do I chase those sensations? I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is to adjust the brain and being able to fluctuate it and be able to control the brain waves instead of being so emotional at all the sensations taking over, and then it's pop, 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 pop. You know, I think a lot of people, I live in Las Vegas, all they do is go for the pop, 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 pop. Right now, they're probably still drinking vodka, Red Bulls, and dancing. The energy can be what you switch it to be. I live in a world where people have a false reality, and it skewed me. I quickly realized that's not me. It's my Tuesday. It's my Wednesday. I got to get up on Monday morning. There's some people that rolled out on Sunday and kept it rolling for real though. So our energies, the energy, the inside of me, and how I'm guiding, and this aperture, and how I see, and the fuzz that it's the fog of war, the lens that we see it through, that aperture, the way we focus, our autofocus. That's what it is. We all on our cameras, we're all on our phones, photo uploads, video uploads, all going up in trajectory, and yet the only thing we haven't done is created an autofocus. You know what I'm saying? Something that we could just go autofocus. Like, my camera has horrible autofocus. I don't know what's going on with it, but lately when I'm trying to film, it's just being fuzzy. Probably right up on the stickers, fuzzy, no autofocus. And I'm just like, I'm going to work on that today and every day henceforth. And sure, I made a lot of days, and I thought about it too. You know, that's what a lazy man does. This is the morning motivation. Like, part of me was like, fuck them, I'm just gonna be me. And I'm sure that somebody's been listening to the shows that did the same, and they talked about it too. They talked about that lazy man syndrome, where you're not going to work on yourself. You know, things are just going to happen to you and you're not going to improve. I've drastically improved. I'm no longer in jail. Like, I'm driving around and I was like, wow, that was a hell of an accomplishment. And like Robert Greene said for Mastery, you know, while I was bitching, could it have been worse? That in its own self lets me know that I've been catastrophizing. Sure, it's a catastrophe to me and I'm in trauma, but could it have been worse? Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse in multiple ways, you know? And I'm grateful it wasn't. That part. For something that I'm already ashamed of a situation. I should never argue with my pregnant girl. I should never argue with my pregnant girl. It's the shame of my life. These instances that I've been in multiple times with multiple women, and I overreact. I can't handle it. I'm not equipped for it. And I don't usually use the word see or can't. So now, in my situation, is I watched myself mishandle situations, and I go like, okay, Mark, you need to not be so physical. You know, you need to not overreact.
I can't match the fire with the fire, right? Like I was listening to Teal Swan. She was saying, we're two different energies, man. It's like fire trying to be water. They're just different energies, and men and women we're different energies, and we're complementary energies when we need to be, instead of a competitive energy that I was pushing out. You know what kind of environment you're in. If you're in a Machiavellian environment and people are being competitive and undersliding you and jockeying for position, you're probably waking up this morning and heading into one of those. Unfortunately, please don't. If you're heading into one of those, you shouldn't be. But life is about people and the way that we leave them feeling, and that's all that it's about. That's what lingers. It could be the business deal, but it's really the gut reaction. It's all about how we let making people feel, and that starts with us. It's an internal job, and that's why I said, we gotta shine over grind. We gotta find a way to let other motherfuckers shine. When you get everybody else shining, you're winning. If you can handle energy and focus it, bruh, my nose is just running all over the place. The energy between human beings is palpable. You rule that, you rule the world. You rule yourself, you rule the world. How many times have you heard that phrase? Change your mind and you can change the world. Well, that's what we're talking about this morning. And I've been practicing it a little bit. It's helped me out, you know, from my narcissistic ways and being very self absorbed to being extra self view absorbed. Now I'm looking at people with new eyes, new aperture. Saying, if I wanted to feel XYZ, and follow the golden rule and treat others how we want to be treated, let's start treating them better than ourselves and watch ourselves elevate. Just watch our reap what we sow, and bring in new thoughts and new energy and new views to an old situation and see what happens. It's worth an experiment. It's worth a try. And now more than ever, while we're still alive. So that's your morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, dude, comment below. It's all about sharing the knowledge, dude. It's all about knowledge transfer. And that's why I do this show. It's just like, I wanted to see what would happen, to apply stuff, not just live a lie or post something, but to actually practice it. My nose is running this morning. So anyway, at your morning marijuana motivation. If you got anything out of this, again, comment below. Put that in the comments. I wanted to see how people process this information. Again, Mastery, Robert Greene, great book. Get yourself in on it. I'll probably do another show with the book review, and don't beat yourself up. We're going to do another show about that. So, shine over grind. It's your morning motivation time. It's your boy Marky saying peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.